Hello? We'll look for it, okay? Okay. Thank you.
Here's a big box.
Whoa. Hey, what is in there?
Well, I brought you a box of clothing, and there's some ladies' clothing in there and some odds and ends. If you can use it, great.
Oh, we sure can. Man, and I'm so glad you brought it in. Would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Would you carry it to the back? It's a little bit heavy for me.
Yes, it is.
Have you ever considered volunteering at a Mennonite Central Committee thrift store? Maybe you're wondering, what would you do? Or would it be fun, and where the money goes? Well, there are MCC thrift shops all across Canada and the United States, raising money for people in need at home and abroad. Thrift shops provide a place for you to serve locally while helping globally. We hope this video will give you a good idea of how a thrift shop works and what that work means to people who volunteer. And while you're watching, maybe you will consider how you want to participate.
Our pickup's right over there.
This one?
Yes.
Okay. If you'll back right in here, well, then we'll unload it right here. Is that okay?
It's fun to work here because you have of all the interesting bags and tons of stuff that comes in through the bag. And I love to open those boxes, bags, and there's just everything conceivable that comes into the store, from the farms and from people's homes and people that die, and I mean, you know, and all this variety. I mean, there's just something for everybody here at one time or another.
Here's a dryer. We get quite a few dryers, mostly electric. And this one has had a little problem. These wires are all burned. We're going to connect these wires without this harness thing, and then put it together and make sure it works, and then we'll put it out. This latch is broken, so it doesn't catch. So we have to improvise some kind of a little latch on there. It's basically a good vacuum cleaner, and we'll sell it. But we can't sell it until we fix this latch.
I do get a lot of stuffed animals, and here's two of them that I thought were real cute. I take them home, wash them, hang them on the wash line, dry them, and they sell very, very well. Hey, what do you think we should price this one? Isn't that pretty?
That's real nice.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's pretty cool. I do a lot of guessing.
Do you remember what we put on the other one like this?
I thought it was 4.
I think so too. I wasn't sure. We get lots of clocks, but not this kind. So I think that will sell.
You want it? I'll pass. It's very nice, but... This is an electric blanket that came in. The blanket looks good, but they had a sign on here that says, "Get rid of this electric blanket. Too old, could cause a fire." Now this is not too bad, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a clean cover over this, and then I'll sell it. This is made out of down.
First thing we do is look at the style. Is it in style? We check for cleanliness. We check the pockets. Sometimes there's money in it. We've really received quite a bit. And sometimes toothpicks. Then we put tags on. If it is not good enough to go out on the floor, but it still is clean and in good condition, it goes overseas. If it's a good garment that's out of season, we save them. And if nothing else, They go in that barrel, which is for recycling.
First of all, when we come to work in the morning, I try to think of what time of year is it. We walk around the store and we try to look for certain colors and we try to coordinate them. If it's Easter, spring things, Christmas would be red and black, because we have all different ages and all different sizes come in. And I'll see if this will. Well, they're not really long enough, but we use what we have. I usually like to use some longer ones, but it just adds a lot when you have the white.
Fine.
We display the wedding gowns we have, and it's a complete set that we put out in the window. And we also have a lot of tuxedos, and that just came in, and we're going to display those with formals around graduation time.
Okay, good. You just keep shopping.
People come in and tell us they like to shop here because it smells clean and it's clean.
Oh, that's right. You said you were coming back.
I've never noticed it.
People come in and they comment on what a neat store this is and how well organized it is and how much they enjoy coming here.
You'll let her carry that, and you'll carry the chairs.
I usually get things at a bargain, things that maybe I can't supply from a regular store.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the people.
I shop in this store because it's a good price, good clothes, and yeah.
You can get really pretty sweaters like this, and they're only, $1.50. And the ladies here are really, really nice. That's why I shop at thrift stores.
Well, about a year ago, we sold our chairs in a garage sale, and now one's buying them some others back.
It's in excellent shape. It is always pressed and washed, which is something you do not find in other thrift shops. It has atmosphere, so to speak, even.
We had an MCC depot here for years, and we could bring our used clothing down and also blankets that people made and so forth. And so when we heard this news from the 1971 MCC meeting telling us that we wouldn't be able to send our clothes to MCC anymore, well, what are we going to do with our used clothing now? That's when we sort of brainstormed. One of the ladies said, well, she says, maybe we should open a store. We could maybe sell them like a used clothing store. So that's when the four of us got together. We asked a representative from MCC to come help us set up a store or help us in some way to get started. Well, it was a very new idea as far as he was concerned, and I guess maybe MCC hadn't done this sort of thing before, and he couldn't really say that they would be willing to do it, but he thought it was a good idea. So he wished us God's blessing and said, I hope it works out for you.
After hearing what was happening in Manitoba with thrift shops, it just seemed natural to. But we figured if a community had garage sales,
that were successful. Maybe a shop that sold donated items would also be a possibility. So that's how it got started.
People were not behind it. Some of them thought, now what in the world are you trying to do with this? Nobody's going to come and buy, but they did, and they're still buying.
It was a big idea, and nobody knew if it was going to work.
It just went so well that we said we've just got to keep going.
What now? This was $25 too.
Can I help you?
When I started working in the store, maybe about 15, 20 years ago, and we had no use for old jeans. So we threw boxes full of jeans in the garbage because we just didn't know what to do with them. And then some ladies came up with recycling them, and they ripped them up and they cut them into patches and they make them into picnic blankets or pot holders, beautiful pot holders from the pockets.
This is one of the blankets. All the seams are sewn to the right side, and then we cut strips and sew them over the open seam.
They sell very well. The ladies cannot keep up with the picnic blankets.
I'm actively involved recycling dolls for the thrift store. Most of the dolls come in undressed, dirty, in pieces. I take them home and I clean them up. The body gets thrown into the washing machine and it's disinfected. The hair gets washed. Just like you would wash your hair. The clothes are washed and then the dolls are dressed. Once they're dressed, their hair gets combed. Ribbons get attached to their hair if needed. They are priced. And then they are put in stands and they are put on the shelf for sale. A lot of the dolls look almost new when we're finished with them.
One of the outreaches of the Thrift program is a recycling program. There are a lot of things which aren't saleable, and what we're doing here is using some of the clothing that's not saleable or has been out and didn't sell, and we're turning them into rugs. So it's turning something which is unsaleable into something which is very saleable. And we use primarily corduroy and also denim, blue jeans, and also chenille bedspreads. Those are the three primary materials that we use. So these are rugs that are very practical and sell very well. In fact, about half of what we're making are special orders. I remember someone's coming in and said they wanted a blue jean rug, a denim rug, for their back door. And the lady next to them said, well, I have these in my living room. So, you know, it all depends. It takes a lot of people in the back room, in addition to the people who help display materials and window displays and advertising and promotion and all the rest of it. It takes volunteers in order to make the whole thing work.
We wanted to work together as women of the different churches.
Where we before didn't have very much to do with one another, we do now. And now there's a history of it.
Oh, I think the first thing is meeting all these people that come in that want to buy something, helping them.
Here you focus on MCC and really form some very good friendships.
MCC has a very low percentage in administration, and that motivated a lot of people.
But the thrift shop brings in also people who are not Mennonite, people who have just come in and love the store.
You know, it's a wonderful thing to help.
I really enjoy working here, and part of it is the friendships I've made with the people who work here, and the customers are really nice.
And at first I was a little reluctant, but I came here, and I found it was fun. I met a lot of people.
We need lots and lots of volunteers.
Each year, as I look at the total contributions to MCC from shops, I'm amazed. I think of the volunteers who give their time cheerfully to fix and sort items, to lend a listening ear to customers who are burdened, and I think of those who keep their commitment to serve, even though that knee aches again. I also think of those who are mentoring young people into service. It still surprises me that the sale of such inexpensive items adds up to more than $3.5 million a year. If we piled it all up, it would look like this. This is the result of many people like you working together, and God multiplies each effort. Of course, MCC doesn't actually have a pile of money sitting around. In fact, MCC commits its dollars to program, believing that God will provide through people like you. It takes money to dig a well in a remote Indonesian village, to build pathways to peace in Uganda, to heal a child with tuberculosis, and to buy food for hungry people. We're all aware how fast money goes. I want to encourage your involvement. It makes a difference.
Just came in and started, and I just love it.
Well, I say if it isn't fun, you shouldn't be in it. You shouldn't be doing it.
I think this is probably one of the finest places of public ministry without actually saying anything by helping is right here in the store. And so for me, it's developed my own spiritual life.
You get great learning experience for the rest of your life that you can use.
We just enjoy coming in here almost once or twice a week, don't we?
They have really neat clothes for really cheap, and you can find some pretty interesting things.
I think the thrift shops help local people. You learn to know people in the local area and their needs, and then you also learn global needs through the contributions you send into MCC. You learn more about people everywhere.